Ooh, I'm showing too much. Hey y'all, yalla. Come on, come in here. So I got the live stream up today. I want to come on live for y'all. Give me pin the comments. Let me pin the comments so you guys can see the live stream message. Why is my thumbnail not showing? Okay, I don't know why it's not showing. How y'all doing? But anyways, Wendy Williams, as you all probably know by now, she spoke out. Is my thumbnail, did my thumbnail not go through? Did it not show? But yeah, so Wendy Williams spoke out to Good Morning America, TJ Holmes, right? She spoke out with Good Morning America, TJ Holmes. I wanted to cover this, y'all. I actually was up, y'all. I was up during the time because I follow Robin Roberts on Twitter, and then I saw her saying 6 a.m. They're gonna start like around the time, would put Wendy on and everything. I'm like, oh Lord, and I fell asleep, y'all. I was knocked out. All right. And so she spoke with TJ Holmes. My thing is this, all right. I have several opinions about the whole situation. I noticed that Wendy said her age. Wendy said, I am 57 years old. If you do recall, on her video, on her personal Instagram page, she said she was 56. So she made it sure to say she is 57. So she is watching and she's reading comments and looking at YouTubers possibly about their opinions on her because, the Wendy Show has always followed producers, right? I personally did not buy that interview. I still feel like something is wrong. Of course, something is wrong with her. She's not 100% there yet. I know the Sun did a post about it, and they basically mentioned that she is 80% there, right? I heard that she didn't want to come on camera because she did not have a glam squad. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Come on now. Wendy could do her own damn makeup. If she really wanted to have a glam squad, I'm sure she would have probably known somebody in Miami to, apply her makeup. Yeah, so that interview to me was not promising. And even with TJ Holmes, you could tell he felt a little awkward at that interview because she did not want to come on camera. She just wanted to talk. And I'm sure producers probably saw her questions and she had the chance to fill in her answers and from the phone kind of like read the script of what her answers were supposed to be, right? I don't know why she see herself coming back to Debmar Mercruy. I don't know if she knows. Or, I'm sure she heard the news. I don't know if she forgot because Debmar Mercruy pulled the plug on that show, okay? You are no more working for Debmar Mercruy. You decided to release a video via Instagram on your personal Instagram page on Miami, and on the beach, saying that you're okay, saying this, saying that, and Debmar Mercruy saying something else. So by you making them look like a liar, they had to pull the plug as opposed to them having to monitor your health, which was the source per TMZ a week before you put that video out there saying that they were going to monitor your health until September. And if your health wasn't sufficient enough by September, then Sherri's going to take the show. So I don't know what she's telling TJ Holmes, that she is coming back and they are ready for her. Like, girl, they took your show. Like, your show is no more. It's gone. They're literally deleting videos off of your YouTube page. It showed in the analytics on Social Blade that your videos are being deleted. And Sherri took your staff, and your staff got a pay deduction because they're doing a new show in season 1. So yeah, your show is done. Okay. You're no more with Debmar Mercruy. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. I don't know. I wish he would have asked her about, and I'm sure, he couldn't ask her questions that he wanted to ask. Because knowing Wendy, she's very private. But she likes to ask people questions, but no one can ask her highly personal questions. So I wish she would ask her about the publicist and the statement that was put out by Mr. Bragman, and Wendy or someone else wrote on her Instagram page that she did not authorize someone to write on her behalf, although she respects the man. I wish she would have asked her that question. I wish she would have asked about Kevin Hunter. Is Kevin Hunter involved in a lawsuit? Is Kevin Hunter helping you out with Wells Fargo? Because you are using the same attorney that Kevin Hunter used when he filed a divorce on you, right? Which is a conflict of interest. You never use the same attorney that your ex used, right? And use that same attorney for other matters. You just don't do that. It does not make sense. So, right. So yeah, I just, I wish she would have came on camera. I really would. But like I said, y'all, we know Wendy's not well. We know. She said, I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. Girl, you lie. You lie a lot. I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I defend you, but I try to be factual, not biased. You lie a lot. I've caught you in lies a lot. Okay. Like, you lie a lot. Literally, you're on record on Andy Cohen telling Andy Cohen that you don't know the mistress, right? You don't know her. Girl, you knew who the mistress was, okay? You was in the same club as that damn mistress in 2004, I believe, and some outlet had them pictures out there. I did a video on it in the past, and your team blocked my video about that, right? And so, at least in the movie, it showed that you were in the same club as the mistress, right? You knew who the mistress was. You knew who she was in the beginning. So yeah, Wendy has lied on numerous occasions. She lied about the whole casket falling down, at the mother's reception or the funeral. That was a lie. And because I got a confirmation from a source at the damn funeral that was a lie. Because your brother, Tommy Williams, called her out on it and said the name of the funeral, and I decided to call, right? So it's just like, I hate how messy this is. I hate that the fact that, a woman that's making $15 million a year, like about $15 million a year, lasted so long in television, which in reality is very hard to last on, is ending her legacy in this way, right? I wish better for her and I wish her well, but it's just like, girl, you lied on numerous occasions, right? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. You're not well. She's not well, y'all. The girl is not well, okay? Like, literally, I interviewed somebody, and I told y'all this. I told y'all, but I can't release the interview because I promised. I interviewed someone that's affiliated with Wendy in that damn show that she had, right? And I'm not going to say too much because you guys are going to find out who this person is. I asked this person, like, when they appeared on her show, why was Wendy acting abnormal? Like, what was wrong with her? She was not acting like a functioning person, right? And they're like, well, I'm not really here to pay attention to how she was acting. I'm here to do my job, for her show, because a lot of these people in the industry, they don't want to get involved with what they call the politics of the show, like the Bevy Smiths and I can't name the other people because I promised not to post that interview or talk about it, but I'm telling you, right? It's pretty evident she wasn't well that day. The girl hasn't been well, since like 2014. Like, it's pretty evident. I've always thought her life was going to end just like Whitney Houston, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong. But it's evident that she's not well, right? So, y'all, I am tired. I have a headache. And her husband, I don't even know if I want to talk about this, but look, I'm not even going to talk what I'm about to say. But anyways, with her husband suing the show, I think he has a case because, he's saying that he made the shoe cam. He is saying that he's the one that was the person that aligned Wendy with Black America. And and I believe him when he said that because literally Nick Cannon's show was a testament for a failure of that show without having someone Black to market that show to mainstream media. You can't have a bunch of white people behind this. I tell y'all this all the time. A lot of these shows promote diversity in front of the scenes, but they don't promote it behind the scenes. It's just for public conception. So people of color, minorities, Black people can say, okay, we made it. Black people on TV, Asians on TV, Latinos on TV. It's not like that, baby. The hosts don't make the most money on TV. They make good money, but not in all scenarios. The people that are the executives of these damn shows are normally white, okay? The NAACP did a damn study on this the other day when they were saying that there is it's very scarce in Hollywood when it comes to executives, in the Black community. Is very, very, it's still not there. Like, it's not a lot of Black people in the Hollywood executive roles, right? With Debmar Mercruy, it's the same thing. It's a bunch of white people, okay, or Jewish people, whatever. They ain't no Black. And so that's how Nick Cannon's show got canceled. And so by Wendy husband saying that, he was the person that really was not only her manager, but the salesperson, the marketing guy, to make sure everybody knew about it, the black people knew about it. He got a point. He has a point. Despite how you feel about him, he has a point, right? And when he left, her career just pretty much, that show tanked. Let's just be honest here. When he left, that show tanked. It tanked humongously. Let's just be clear. Let's just be honest, right? And so he is suing for wrongful termination based off of his marshal status, right? And Wendy has been on public TV basically saying that, you know, once the divorce happened, yeah, she let him go. So yeah, he has a case. The man has a case. Now, you know, New York City is an at-will state, which means that you can fire somebody for any reason or no reason at all. But with this situation, I was reading that according to like the laws in New York, firing somebody under like Kevin Hunter type of situation is barred, meaning that you can't do that, you know. So he has a damn case. Not only has a damn case, you're taking the staff, you're taking her damn YouTube page, you're taking her Facebook page, you're taking their Instagram page, right? Now, I don't know what the legalese are with once you lose your damn show, if you can have the Facebook and Instagram. But I do remember when that girl, Tanya Loren, got fired from The Blaze, the Glenn Beck show, like he owns The Blaze, because she went on The View and she said, as a Republican, that she is pro-choice. She was like, I need the government to stay away from my body, right? He fired her, and they tried to take the Facebook page, and she had millions of views on that Facebook page, like by fans and by video views, and they tried to take that Facebook page, right? So she sued, right? Because she wanted to have that, right? So, you know, as she should, because, you know, you're in your early 20s, late 20s, like social media, you know, is a thing for people that age. So, and she ended up having the rights of that page. Now, in terms of what Wendy's going to do or what Kevin's going to do, I don't know. But Kevin just won his money. He won his money. He made the show. I mean, he just made it. Let's be honest. Despite how you feel about him, he made the damn show, right? So the interview really didn't do anything. I don't know why she chose TJ Holmes to do the interview with her. I think someone was saying that there's a possibility that a lot of people didn't want to touch that interview, especially under the circumstances, right? Because she wanted to appear without being shown. Like, people just don't want to touch it. So like TJ Holmes is not really, I mean, he's a good journalist, but he's not really up there, right? He's not up there, right? And so why Robin Roberts didn't get it? Why George Stephanopoulos? Well, George is like a political guy, but why Robin Roberts didn't get it, right? Why did TJ Holmes? So like, I'm sure Robin Roberts was like, I'm staying out of this. I already got into it with the Jussie Smollett case. My credibility was almost on the line. I ain't about to have another black person that's going to take my credibility away. So I'm thinking maybe that's the reason why she didn't get that interview, because it don't make sense why someone like a TJ Holmes would get it as opposed to Robin Roberts. And the only reason I see that is because, well, maybe because it's like people don't want to touch it. Like there's like, you're not coming on camera. So what are we going to do? Like, let TJ Holmes have it. Like, he hasn't been here that long. He's not really seasoned yet. Let him have the interview. So anyways, y'all, I just hope she gets better. I really do. Like, I've always been a fan, and I always wished her well, but I got to be honest at the same time. Like, girl, you've been lying. Like, your team, your PR team is like one of the worst PR teams in the world. Between them putting out 3 statements about your Graves' disease, about you having COVID, and the third statement, I forgot what it was. I don't even remember, and I don't care, because there's just been so much statements out there, right? And so it's like, yeah, it's just plain and simple. Her husband has a case. Her ex-husband has a case because in a lawsuit there is a letter or email that was written by one of the Bernsteins, I think by Ira Bernstein, saying that, you know, you are being fired effectively immediately, because Kevin did not want to meet them in person, right? So they fired him. They fired Kevin automatically from his position as an executive producer of the show, right? And so I think he has a case, though. Do you think he has a case? I think he has a case. So according to like Radar Online, they're saying that Wendy Williams has an open invitation to make a TV comeback on The View. Now, y'all know Wendy has been on The View. She had that little spat with Whoopi Goldberg years ago because she called Whoopi a monkey on the radio, but they made up. And she's been on The View several times, you know, and when she was going through that divorce, I think The View was the first show that took her interview. And so they're offering her like a spot as a guest host. And, you know, they know that this will bring ratings by her being on that show. You know, there's a quote that says there's an offer for her to appear on the show whenever she wants. The open invitation has made it clear that when Wendy wants to give her first TV interview since losing her own show, there will always be a seat at the table for her. So, you know, producers know how much people want to hear from Wendy. And that's true. You know, that's true. People want to know what's going on. They want to hear from her, right? And I don't think we're ever going to get a full, honest reason as to what's going on. I don't think so. I don't. I look. We didn't even get a full, honest reason about the damn divorce. We got just whatever they gave us, right, with the movie and with Wendy. But I don't think we're going to get a full-on explanation as to what is really going on. But we all know what's really going on. Like, she's either, you know, something is going on right here. The divorce, her mother's death, and the money with the Wells Fargo and the mistress. That's a lot to deal with. And then you're working your ass off. That's a lot to deal with, right? You know, especially with the Wells Fargo. I don't know if y'all saw, there was a report today about Wells Fargo having a history about discrimination with African Americans, even with people that are making like X amount of dollars, like per year, like upper middle class, $6 figures a year. It's like they're still seen as less than, right? And it's like not too long ago in 2020, Wells Fargo had a report saying by the CEO that they cannot fulfill jobs within the Black talent pool. He said something to that effect, the CEO in 2020. And so that caused a lot of outrage. So the fact that Wendy's going through it, what she's going through at Wells Fargo, to me, is not a damn surprise because they're known for being racist, you know. Hey, Squill. Brilliant Diva said, I'm sorry, y'all, I only had 4 hours of sleep. Like, so I'm a little tired. That's why I sound like this. If Wendy Williams wants to be believable, she must know herself. She must show herself on camera. Otherwise, people now believe she's struggling. Yeah, you know, that's what she is. Like, she left that white powder because, you know, Kevin was not having that. He did not want her to do it anymore. So she quit for him. And so by him not being there, it's like, well, why should what am I doing it for? Like, my son is in college. I'm alone. I don't have no one here. Let me befriend what used to be my friend back in my radio days when I was alone, right? And that's what I feel like she's doing, you know. And when she went to that damn sober house after that divorce to say she was plotting, I'm like, girl, you know damn well you also had a drinking problem. It wasn't because you were plotting with your divorce. And girl, stop. I knew she was lying when she said that shit back in the day. Like, Wendy's not a good liar. Like, girl, I was like, girl, you lying. Stop lying to the View. You didn't go there to plot. You know, you went there because you had an issue, right? Let's just be honest. Let's be honest, right? And so Tamron Hall, I hate the word flowers. I hate that word is so mainstream. Oh, I'm going to give you your flowers. I just don't, people overuse that word now. They use the word flowers, meaning that they're going to give somebody their props based on their success and give them credit. I don't like that word. But Tamron Hall did a segment on her show where she gave Wendy her tributes. I'm going to say that, she attributed to Wendy Williams and said that, Wendy Williams and Tamron Hall herself are the only two, I don't know if she said two Black people or she said like two people in the daytime that I think is African-American. I think that's what she said, that executive produced their own talk show. That's what she said. And so, she gave a classy shout out to Wendy Williams. It was short and sweet. And, she didn't have to do that, but she did, right? And so I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like with her interview, with her damn interview, that was with Good Morning America. That was bad. That was bad. Like, I don't know who the hell told her to do that interview without to be shown on camera. There's just like something in the milk ain't clean, And so I just, despite what she went through with her husband, I feel like with her being with her husband, that was probably the best bet for her career-wise. Maybe not personally-wise, but career-wise, maybe there was a little bit because things were going smoothly with him running the ship, right? Now things aren't. Things aren't running smoothly. So, I wish her well. I wish her well. So I would like to see her on The View, though. I like when she's on The View. I wouldn't mind her being on the show. I don't know what show she's going to. Talking about she's coming back. What show? Your show is gone. Now that's not to say she can't get a deal. But what I'm saying is, she said that she didn't say Debmar, but she was like, they're waiting for me. Like who? Who's waiting? Who? Now, Debmar did release a report saying that when Wendy wants to come back, she can come back, right? So I don't know if she's not going to get the same time slot, because there's a time slot open. The Nick Cannon show is open now, that time slot. Or either Sherri can go to that Nick Cannon show time slot, which would be like more logical to do, right? And bring Wendy back on that normal time slot, right? And Sherri could have her own social media pages and stuff like that. But I don't know what she's talking about her own show. Like, I'm just like, girl, your show's done. It's over with, so y'all are so quiet today. It's Monday, but y'all are quiet. When nobody in the comments talking or everybody being quiet. I wish I can give you a super chat. No, you're fine. I miss Wendy too. I'm happy that Sherri is hosting today. I'm looking forward to watching the hot topics, whatever, but I do miss Wendy 100%. I only had 2 hours of sleep, girl. Like I did a live on here last night, and then I got off around like 4. No, I got off around like 1 or 2, and I woke up at 6 or 7, 6:30 or something like that, because I had to do stuff. So yeah, man, I just wish her well. I wish her well. The main thing I want for her is to have, to be healthy. To me, she don't have to come back. If it was between health and her coming back, I would pick her having health, because it was pretty apparent that, even Charlamagne even talked about this months ago. Yes, she did. It was pretty apparent that, Charlamagne basically said on the show, probably several months ago, that it's clear that they're propping her up on stage, knowing that she is not mentally well, and they're having her do the show just because, right? And this happens in the entertainment industry a lot. It happens a lot with singers, with the Wendy situation, it happens a lot to where it's like, they know you're not well, but you are at least at the minimum level where you can go on stage and fake it, right? And to me, that's what they did to Wendy. It's like, Debmar Mercruy knew she was not well. They just know. They knew she was not well, right? But it's like, you know what? She's at that minimum level where it's enough for her to go on stage. That happens a lot. It's like they just work you and work you, work you. It's all about the money and the ratings. And it's like they don't care about you as a human being. It happens a lot in the industry. One person that happened to was singer Demi Lovato. The girl had a fluctuation where her weight, going to the gym 3 times a day, and her team knew that. They knew she was not well. Her team was monitoring her transactions, her credit card, debit card transactions, to make sure the girl was not eating sweets. I'm like, what is this, prison? The girl could not even use a damn credit card to go to Starbucks and order her a latte or a mocha, whatever, and have a cake or something, because they were worried about her weight, or they were worried that she would have some type of what do you call it? A binge moment where you're gonna binge your food, meaning you're gonna have TMI, but you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna make sure that comes out of your body. So it's and she was going through that for 6 years, but they still had her do concerts, had her do television shows, had her do interviews. They didn't give a damn about her. And that's the same thing with Wendy. It's in a way, I feel like Debmar Mercruy was a little bit complicit with her health, but knowing what they knew. And I think that Kevin Hunter, in his lawsuit, he did state that his last 3 points was that he helped her health, to go to the gym, to go to the Pilates, to go to wherever she needs to go, the doctor, so she could be good, So it's that shit happens in the industry all the time. They don't give a damn about you. They just, the money is what matters a lot. Yes, you know, they worked with her. Debmar Mercruy worked with her. They tried to give her a chance, but I firmly believe they wanted her to lose contact with Kevin. They didn't want her to. They didn't want her to have any dealings with him. And so one person was telling me, and they brought this up to me, and then I was like, you know what, this I can see that happening. They were like, you know, I personally believe that Wendy's in touch with Kevin, the husband, and of course her son, right? And so I personally feel like Debmar Mercruy did not like that, right? So stories started to leak out, right? This happens all the time. Like a lot of places leak stories. Now, I know they're saying the staff leak stories, but I would not be surprised if the production company leaks stories, right? I mean, this happens a lot. It happened with Abby Huntsman, like at The View, when they were like, when they told her that they wanted Abby to say that The View was not a toxic environment. And then since she didn't say that, I think Barbara Fredita or some other executive texted Abby and said, that's a big mistake. Now I'm gonna post this narrative out to like page 6 to the press about you leaving the show. You see what I mean? So, you know, stuff like that happens. People do that shit. So, you know, with Meghan McCain as well, like stories got leaked and everything. You know, people talk to bloggers, people talk, you know, so it's like, that's just how it is. It's like, if you don't follow the damn narrative of the rules of the game, then they're going to go against you and use the media to paint you as something that you're not. So, you know, that's what I feel like they did, you know. So, but yeah, Lorette, you stay sending me messages on Instagram, but you don't hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. But yeah, so like that's how I feel. That's what they did to Wendy, and it's unfortunate that now she feels like she don't trust anybody but her son. And I'm assuming she's speaking to Kevin. I'm not 100% sure, but I won't be surprised. Because she needs him. Technically, the girl needs him, right? You know. And so, you know, there is that. There is that. So, anyways, y'all, since y'all are so damn quiet, I'm about to get off of here because that's all I had to tell y'all about Wendy. You know, not really that much yet. She didn't really give us anything besides saying she needs 3 more months. She needs 3 more months and then she'll be back. And she got the mind of a 25-year-old and a body of a 25. Hey, Luz, what's up, my friends? I'm just like, girl, you do not have a body of a 25-year-old and your mind is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, it's just like, but yeah, so that's just the truth of the matter, and I wish her well, and yeah, I wish her well. I really do. But it's like I got to be honest in terms of how I feel. Anyways, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I may go get something to eat because I like to eat and then go to sleep. I don't know. But thank you guys for coming on and thank you guys for watching.